All right, Robert Drury back again for another episode. If you happen to catch my last episode, you will see that I lost my internet connection, which was actually a shock to me when I found out that I lost the game. Well, with that, let's get on to our game. Okay. We've got white, and we're playing against a 1990. All right, let's start off with a Nimzo Larson, and do this to try to confuse the opponent into making them think that I'm doing a Nimzo Larson. Of course, if you don't know what the Nimzo Larson is, I'm not going to confuse him because he doesn't know about it. Okay, so we're getting typical Hippo setup. Getting my knights in their location, my bishops in their location. Pawns are coming up. I'm going to keep this knight out of here. Go ahead and castle. I'm not going to push this pawn over on A2 just yet, simply because he doesn't have a knight on C6, so I'm not 100% sure whether that pawn is needed to be pushed. Okay. Where do I want to hit the center at? I've got my knight to F3 idea attacking the pawn. He can just defend, so then the knight doesn't really go anywhere. All right, the pawn breaks. Let's look at the pawn breaks. All right, if I break C4, if he takes, I can take back the pawn or the knight. If I go F4 and he takes, it's the same way. I can take back with, actually I can take back with the knight, take back with the pawn, I can take back with the rook. If he pushes, it's one of those situations, well, which break do you take? Tell you what, why don't we play the C4 break, because I would love for him to push a D4. Let's go C4. He's going to just ignore it. All right, let's bring our rook around and line up on his queen. So the rook is directed towards, but he's just going to ignore anything I throw out there. All right, so if I push here and he takes, I can take back, and he's got two potential pieces against that. If I take, well, let's see, I've already attacked one. What if I attack another pawn move? If I hit him again, he takes, I can take. Okay, this gets a little complicated. I'll tell you what, let's go this route. I'm still trying to get him to push in the center. He ain't gonna push in the center. Gentlemen, he's got his plans all figured out. He just went a pawn now. even win a pawn. You can't win a pawn. You trade a bunch of pieces out. Oh my gracious, he is. All right. Yeah, let's kick him out. He's got this move where he can just drop it back. If he moves to a4, he just drops the knight. I'm gonna, after he plays this, I'm going to just protect that pawn. Actually, I don't have a problem if he trades, because we're just going to get the queens off the board. We're going to get the queens off the board. Question is which rook do you take back with? I'm favoring the F1 rook. And the reason for that is I want to maintain the D file, but I also want to be able to swing this back over in case he breaks open the queen side. Well, all right, let's trade out. He's just making life difficult for me. It's going to want a pawn. That's unfortunate. I'm down 3 minutes on the clock. Can I stop him from winning a pawn? Yeah, let's attack and see if I can slow him down somewhat. Attack. Yep, he's okay. Save this pawn. Now we got it protected. All right, let's push. I'm going to have to speed up a little bit. I'm down to 4 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock. Do that a lot. Okay, lost my internet for a brief moment in time. All right, he's wanting to trade some pieces here. Let's trade some pieces. He ain't got time to. He ain't got time to take the pawn because I just take the bishop. Let's see. We got 3-2 over here. We're at 3-3. Okay. Yeah, figured he'd do that. All right. Can I just protect? I protect. I would assume that he would come up here and just kind of lock that in place. Oh, my gracious. He's going for my pawn. What do I do? Okay, I'm going to try to double my rooks on the D file. Yeah, double the rooks. Double the rooks. Okay. Now What is he going to do? He is just going to drop right back. All right, take him out. Take one of the attackers out of the way. Okay. Okay, let's see. We'll defend. I got 3 defenders. He's got 3 attackers. Can you get another attacker on? All right, I'm going to have to hurry up. I've got myself in time trouble once again. Robert Drury is in time trouble. I can bring my king up to protect the pawn too. Right now I'm up a pawn. It's an isolated pawn, so we'll see exactly if I can somehow maintain that piece. He's always got the ability to come back and attack my pawn here. I can also just push a piece and keep that knight at bay. All right. Let's keep the knight out of the way. Then I'll bring my king up. At some point, I'll see if I can get an attack going over on the queen side. That's my pieces are on the queen side, so that's where I need to get my attack going. He can I just get that piece out of there? All right, so I got 1. He's always got this move too. And just, well, he doesn't have it right now, but he can prepare it. That's a 1, 2, 3. All right, let's push this up. I'm trying to keep him. I'm wanting to. Oh, he is dirty dog. Okay. Can I? Can I get him? Can I just push him and get him the hell out of there? No, I just dropped my bishop. I get in time trouble and I get in major issues. I'm going to give the pawn. No, he didn't. He just. Let's see. What's he gonna do? All right, these. Oh, let's see. All right, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. One of the issues with the level we play at, if you make threats, people can crack. Now his threat is, well, no, he can't. He can't come back there. He can't. All right, let's just take it out. Boom. Okay. Now what? Oh, now what? What indeed? Oh, that's just simple. Simple chess. All right, resign. Okay, I've got my points back that the internet took from me a minute ago. So let's do some analysis on this. Okay, like I said, playing a Nimzo Larsen. And the reason I started playing the B3 is because playing on chess.com, I started knowing my win rate was pretty low when I play G3 to start with. So I started seeing a pickup on my win rate when I went to starting off with B3. And the whole purpose is to show a Nimzo Larsen attack and then switch over to a Hippo setup. Now, I played the Nimzo Larsen for a brief period of time, and I liked it. I may have to go back and refresh my memory on it because it might be there's some lines in the Nimzo Larsen that I might want to get into versus going into a Hippo setup, depending on what Black does. But that'll be in the future. Okay, let's. I see this quite often. This triangle type of setup that they put in the middle of the board for the Black side. All right, I'm gonna just click through until I get my Hippo set up. Okay, we're at a Hippo. White's got a very slight edge. Computer actually. Of course, it'll flip back and forth until it settles on its evaluation, but the computer actually wants the castle, is what I did. He took more control in the center, which to me, it's probably a mistake to play this way, play E3, because you end up moving the pawn twice. So I responded with C4. I went for an immediate break, and it's typical with the way I play chess, is C4 is not any of the suggestions of the computer. I'm sorry, yes, C4 is not any of the suggestions. Computer doesn't hate it though. It doesn't hate it. Of course, my opponent, he's not biting on any of it. So I'm lining my rook up in order to line up against this queen. I once saw a video, it says you can never go wrong if you line your rook up opposed to the opponent's queen. I'm sure that's a little truth into it, and depends on the situation. All right, he goes. Excuse me. Okay, computer calls for G4. And instead I hit back in the middle, which the computer actually likes Black's position. I was actually wanting him to push and lock up the center, and then I would come out and push on the F4 when it's there. And actually, according to the computer, it would be there the very next move. All right, but he didn't do that. Instead, he puts pressure on my pawn. It's a typical one-move threat. Computer likes E takes D5. E takes D5. C takes D5. E takes D5. But I didn't do any of that. I played knight to F3, which it's interesting. It wasn't one of the top 4 moves, but the computer actually scores just as well as the others. Okay. That was a mistake. Now, I could have just played, and I'm going by computer lines here. I could have played E takes, C takes, then just push D4, E takes, knight takes, and it just, we're just trading out, and he's got us kind of pieces a little. I mean, this bishop's really not hitting on anything. The bishop here, things would open up, but he's been opposed by my bishop. But let's go on through it. I pushed b4, and the engine, I keep saying computer, engine, it just likes white's position. It seems like anything that white's doing at this point is the computer likes. Brings the knight back. And actually, it's interesting. The computer gives you these evaluations, but then it switches the numbers. All right. I just played a3. And now we're back to the computer doesn't like it because the computer says you can just lock it up, and it looks like black's got all the space. But my opponent, he wanted to open it up. To open it up, he comes in. He's got attack on the pawn here. He's got pieces lined up over here. It just looks like he's going to win some material. But just took the queen out. Just take the queen out, and he's got to take back. And now I put my rook, so white's got the play. He comes down. He's going to block me. I just take it down out with the f pawn. He takes. Let's see. And here I went f4. Once again, it is not one of the top moves. Oh, good Lord, what just happened? Okay. It's not one of the top moves, f4. The computer actually prefers knight at f, takes d4. Oh, I get it. The knight takes d4, pawn takes. Bishop takes. Huh. But at some point, the rook takes d4. Okay. Instead, I went f4. It's not as good as the knight sacrifice line, but white's still winning. Computer, he plays the knight over, and I just start taking some pieces off the board. White's got a slight advantage, but these are by no means the best moves. Okay. I mean, you get the gist of the setup so far. I'm going to click through the last few moves, and if there's anything that just jumps out, I'll stop and we'll look at it. Okay. Rook the d7. Okay, up until this point, the computer was fine. It was fine with all the moves. But with that move, black can now hit back with g5, h takes, and hold on a second. If he goes g5, h takes, then I have to move my queen away from the protection of the pawn. So that wasn't a sound move. Black did not follow it up correctly. They just took the knight, and that just allowed me to take his bishop. And he's just losing at this point, and he's not going to be able to get it back. And the final blunder. Okay. With that, I'm going to call it a night. And I hope to see you in future videos. And I got the points back that the wonderful internet took from my last game. Anyway, thank you. Bye.